and welcome back to Valley Forge Sports Network. I'm your host, Brian Roeder, filling in for usual host and frontman of the VFSN, Chris DeMarco. Chris is busy down filming at Stafford Woods in South Jersey for the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Nevertheless, today we have scheduled what is sure to be an epic matchup between the 1-1 Arctic Tundra and the 0-2 Milky Way Galaxy. Travis, how are you feeling today? You have any predictions, any forecasts to make on how your team's going to do?
I'm feeling great. The guys look good. Everybody's ready to shoot. Pretty excited after week one. Real close battle with the Goldfinches, split 1-1. You know, we got Siciliano on the team today for his first week of the league. Super excited. I think it's going to be a great battle.
Super excited. Super excited. It's great teammates, great environment. It's a beautiful day out. I just, a little rusty. Going to be first couple holes to be a little tough, but I'm really excited to help out the team and bring us another victory. Heard it was a tough one against the Goldfinches. I don't accept anything but a 2-0 sweep today.
So this is normally where we would have the interview of Lefty McGovern, GM of the Milky Way Galaxy, but he and Brian Roeder forgot to do his interview. As a result, Lefty and Roeder will both be receiving league strikes. Chris DeMarco here with Scott DeMarco. Scott, we're back, VFDGL Week 2.
Back.
How do you feel about the action today?
Feeling great, feeling excited. Want to see some gentlemen throw some discs.
I love that. We're going to head back over to Greystone Woods to catch a quick word with Mark Przicki, a smashing athlete from the Whippany Wiffle Ball League. Great wiffle ball pitcher. Let's see how the game converts to disc golf. Greystone Woods, here we go.
I'm not happy to be here. I don't like this. This isn't wiffle ball. And I don't know what the f we're doing. The other team's trying to steal my short shorts. I invented that shit, alright? They're not allowed to do that. We're cutting them off. They gotta get new shorts.
All right, folks. Valley Forge Disc Golf League, Week 2, Hole 1, Par 3, 273 feet. This is the blue tee here at Greystone Woods. Pretty challenging hyzer shot, mainly because this tunnel is very narrow and you can't see it off the tee. So you kind of need to throw some kind of hyzer that's going to flip up and kind of push far, but still go left. Scott, we got Travis Rollins on the tee starting things off. You and Lefty both have a rivalry with Travis. Talk to the fans a little bit about that.
Travis seems like the kind of guy that tries to have a rivalry with everyone. We saw some disc throwing from Travis in week 1. He's the GM of this team. I think we're hoping to see some more as we see Mark rip one. Looking to go local gap.
That was a great one, kid.
Yeah, I like the angle he took there. And you mentioned, seeing him throw. So I want to highlight this for all the fans. If you look on the bottom of your screen there, you'll see, in this case, Mark Przicki's name. So we have all 3 players from each team when they're not on their lie. And then when they are on their lie, that's the person whose shot they took. So we're playing scramble disc golf here. So in this case, the Tundra thought that Shane's shot was the best shot. So all 3 players were throwing from every lie, but we're just seeing the shot from the best outcome.
I think that's the first time I've seen Shane miss from Circle 2.
Yeah, he's so good at putting. Can't wait to see him putt today. Hole 2, par 4, 453 feet. Very difficult tunnel shot. A little bit of a right to left slope, but really one where I think this is a placement shot. You can kind of see the fairway opens up quite a bit on this left to right bend. Most guys are going to try to attack with the sidearm. Scott, very challenging hole when you're playing solo, but for the scramble field, I think we might see some birdies here.
It's doable. Deceptively uphill. You could play this hole 100 times and not realize quite how uphill you're going.
Travis getting things started for the Tundra here. Pretty uneventful so far with both teams taking par on hole 1. Travis gets a little kick off that tree. Looked like he was still center fairway.
Mark taking the forehand route here. You want to clear the log. You're probably taking backhand, but forehand can put you in a good position.
Yeah, I think he was going with his truth there. That's like his go-to. You're going to see him throw that orange truth a lot today.
Don't hate it. Tim Gabur first throw.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. Tim's our catch cam cameraman at our PDGA sanctioned events, so it's just nice to see him get a chance to throw some discs on camera. Not a bad spot. Obviously, they're not really going to get a look at the 3 from there, so if Travis can really put one down, they might have a chance to gain a stroke here on hole 2.
Yeah, this is a tough spot to get a true birdie look from. If you get a little bit right or a little bit short, it's really tough to get a forehand up there. Yeah, that's about the collection area you're going to have from drives in that location.
It's hard to get past that log on the forehand. I actually mentioned you in the last episode. I know you go with that understable shot, which lets you get some extra height to it.
Stop giving out my secrets.
Good upshot from Brzezicki, and I gotta say, it's nice to see the Galaxy with a full team. We saw Josh really carrying the brunt of the load for them in week 1. Happy to see them with a full team here. There's been some question of Lefty's GM-ship, but Shane from Circle 2?
Yeah, 2 gentlemen week 1, not what you want to see. Fully cotton t-shirts for a summer league, also not what you want to see. Mark looks like he's perspiring out there.
Perspiring. Yeah, really questionable calls from Lefty, kind of across the board to go with cotton.
Mike Siciliano, Nate Sexton putter flip before he putts. Love to see it.
Yeah, hole 3 par 4, 567. One of the more fun downhill tunnel shots at Greystone Woods. You can really send the disc out. If you hit that gap off the tunnel, you're kind of just trying to get lucky and fade in that gap. You saw the drone struggle to get through. And you still have this really dangerous green looming.
You're watching Valley Forge Disc Golf.
As a team, easily a candidate for best dressed.
Yeah. We should get an award at the end of the season for this.
Right? Like high school superlatives.
High school.
Chris and Tim are still salty about their not making best friends.
Most likely to wear short shorts in his late 20s.
I'm putting Brzezicki up for that one, honestly.
Yeah, Brzezicki started this trend, guys. I don't know if you.
I was gonna say I don't think mine are short enough.
Yeah, you guys are a year late.
Yeah, Brzezickis are dangerously short.
Here we got Travis again. Is he trying too hard with the headband?
Drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. I know some of Travis's fans. Is
that a David Wang sighting there?
Yeah, that is a David
What's
Wang
up, David?
sighting. You know, Scott, we were just talking about what we want to do next season for VFDGL. We need more like little interviews and cuts to the viewers and things like that.
I want to hear more from the players.
Yeah, I agree. How about that shot from Lefty going sidearm off the long tee here?
Lefty going sidearm. Can't compute.
You gotta love to see it though. Shane looking to get a look at the birdie 3, but at this point I don't think it's gonna happen for him. I think that one, went a little short left. They may actually be able to go backdoor route. I know people often see that off of the whites. We got Tim Gabur again here.
I love how large Tim's name is in the back.
Yeah.
Hey, my name's Gabur.
In case you forgot.
So
Scott, I was going to mention, I think that the long tee is a little bit easier than the short tee on this hole. You've got the extra stroke. Our field is not really making it look that easy right now, but what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, certainly blow for blow, definitely scoring wise, it's gonna score a little bit better, but you can still get a bogey. You can still get a double bogey. You go down that hill, anything's game. You can see these guys chopping their way up. Tough hole.
Tim faking out our cameraman.
Oh, not this one.
Not that one.
Is it this one?
It's got to be this one.
Perfect. This has got to be under the basket.
Oh, he's going back door. It looks like oh yeah, that's a great shot.
That's a great shot.
Scramble format, they got 3 putters, they're gonna hit that. And if you're watching this video after seeing some of our PDGA coverage recently, I'm sure you're noticing a bit of a difference in quality. We've learned a lot in a short time. We did film the VFDGL in summer, so I excuse the poor quality, some poor framing on certain shots, but appreciate you for sticking with us here on VFSN as Tim Gabur scoops up the par 4.
I didn't like anything about that.
Whatever that was.
Unsubscribe.
Yeah. Is that I want to give him a league strike for that, but I feel like he's trying too hard.
Unsubscribe from Travis's shot, but subscribe to the channel.
Please do. Hole 4, par 3, 314. A little bit of a left to right shot. Because of the downhill nature, you can kind of air one out a bit too far down that walkway there, but you want to try to get a little bit of turn at the later end of your flight. If you do want to go sidearm, the latter half of the hole is very easy, but you can see how weird the gap is. It kind of goes left to right, goes back to the left, then to the right again. Really snaky shot here, Scott.
Yeah,
what are you going with on this one?
I find you've either got to throw a turnover that doesn't turn all the way over, which is what Tim's trying to do here, or throw a flip-up forehand that's still got a little bit of fade at the end.
I like that. I think flip-up forehand might be a high percentage shot on this one.
Agreed.
I think I'm still going bust.
Going with that turnover backhand, if you hit a tree on the left side, you're going to go way off the mark.
Yeah, we're seeing another backhand here. I think most guys don't have the right disc combination for the forehand to flip something up, get far out there. You know, it says 314, but it's tough through the woods.
Yeah, I've reached for the putter on this one, and I don't really have that much distance, so the downhill definitely does help. And Tundra are in some trouble here, Scott. We've seen all season how hard it is to gain strokes with the scramble format when you've got multiple opponents on the other team. That was not the drive they needed here.
Yeah, I've seen Travis thrown to the ground a number of times, but you just hate to see it on film.
Lefty, not a bad upshot. Looks like that's about 15, 20 feet. And also, again, if you look at the roster for the Galaxy, Przicki had to leave early. I want to stress that was not his fault. Lefty did not tell him when his game time was. That is the duty of the general manager. Przicki had to go to work. Again, I want to emphasize, not Przicki's fault, entirely on Lefty.
You hate to see it for the kid.
I think that's going to have to be another league strike for Lefty. Week 2 of the season, he's already had so many blunders. Great run from Tim Gabur. But again, you know, we love Lefty as a cameraman. We love him as a crew member, Scott. But as a GM, floundering.
This is in right here from Shane. 100%.
Number 21 from Circle 2.
Never a doubt.
That may have been edge of the circle, about 28 feet, actually. Really nice par save for the Tundra. And the Galaxy immediately without Przicki slipping. Hole 5, par 3, 283. This is hole 7 blue at Greystone Woods. This is such a tight tunnel shot. If you can get the first portion of the flight right, even though this green does look crowded, you're probably in great shape. You really just need to kind of get something through that really tight gap, match the hill angle with your disc, and you should be set. Travis going with the rarely seen back route.
You know, this is a hole where I would love to see them throw a mandatory in there on that big, thick tree you see right behind the tee sign.
Yeah.
You know, for a guy who's got a decent flip-up backhand, you can kind of air it out in that left side. But I would love to see people go down that tunnel.
Yeah, it's hard to get one right under the basket from the right side, which I think furthers your argument. It's a little bit of a gimmicky line. You're just kind of throwing it out there, praying to get it to filter in towards the basket. As we see Lefty take advantage of his lefty stature. Really nice shot from him to get through that gap. Can't stress how tight that is. I mean, it's about the width of a tee pad.
Can we step in here? Lefty steps up, takes the drive for his team. Now we're seeing him shoot again here.
Yeah, and we know that means that this was the best shot from the team. Let's see what he can do.
Cash.
Lefty McGovern. Lefty McGovern with the throw-in solo birdie on hole 5 here in week 2.
That is far.
Look at this. Look at this kid. I don't know if you heard Paul Balanche, who's also there spectating. He said, apparently Lefty said he was going to lay this one up. Just decided to cash it.
Oh my God.
Oh my God is right. Lefty.
You're watching Valley Forge Disc Golf.
Really clutch. All right, let's see if Shane can match. If he can hit this birdie, they'll be able to keep things tied. Just low right.
Not something you see from Shane very often. He's a very competent putter.
Hole 6, par 4, 436 feet over the water. Beautifully scenic shot. This is the last hole of game 1. We've currently got the Milky Way Galaxy in the lead by 1 stroke. You've got multiple different access points. Now, Scott, this is that late gap we've been talking about. I feel like that used to be easier to enter, but now the first shot's kind of just a very conservative drive.
It's almost
off
like
of the tee.
It's almost like trees grow.
It's almost like trees grow. Now, this is tough for the Galaxy, Scott. Tim's a great player, but he's not really known for his distance.
I mean, if there's a guy you need to flip up an insanity or a beast, it's Tim Gabur.
True.
But for a distance hyzer, this isn't an easy shot.
Shane's been doing his best from C2 all day, but wasn't able to drill any of those long ones like he normally can. And that's a bit sawed off.
Never good when you got a shot of 4 out.
Yeah. Really tricky spot
It is
for the
thick.
Galaxy.
It is thick in there. I've
Yeah.
seen a gentleman or two in that exact spot.
It looked like he got out. We don't have catch cam right now. It'll be back in a little bit, unfortunately. With me not there, I think there's just some crew challenges, but everyone's doing their best. Travis going, I think, with the roller here. He's known for these, Scott.
T-roll, throwing the roller.
Oh
Going, got him.
What a shot from Travis Rollins. This couldn't have come at a more clutch time, too. They're down by 1. We see the Galaxy struggling, surely not able to get a birdie 3. And this puts them with a chance to potentially get their birdie 3, tie things up, maybe even take the lead if the Galaxy struggle. Let's see what happens. Galaxy definitely need to get up and down, at least get their 4 here, Scott.
We're seeing Lefty again here. Love it.
Yeah, I mean, he's pulling through. And I hate to say this, but the fact that the Galaxy are winning right now almost makes me more mad at Lefty. Because if he had planned his days properly,
would we?
He'd have a full team here.
But would his teammates be throwing him in from 60? You just never know.
Maybe not. Maybe with Brzezicki there, he wouldn't hit that. Shane for the birdie.
Come on.
Just off the cage.
That looked really good.
I feel like he normally steps into him a bit more. Not sure.
Maybe a little tentative. You know, you miss 1 or 2, you start questioning yourself.
Huge putt from Lefty there.
I'm not watching.
Unfortunately, Lefty does come short. All they needed was a par here to get their W. But Lefty's unfortunately going to take the bogey 4 with Tim Gabur on the Galaxy. Now, Scott, we're 1 game in. It's been a little bit of a long break since we've been covering VFDGL, but we're back here, week 2 of the regular season. What are your thoughts on that match? Are you impressed, unimpressed, as a GM and as a commentator?
Certainly lots of throws to be impressed about. You know, Lefty's throwing, a couple nice shots, a techie roller by Travis. But you just really hate to see a bogey there. They didn't even go in the water and taking a bogey. That's just not what you want to see. You got to close out games.
Yeah, I didn't even hate Tim's second shot to get them out of the rough, get them a chance to get up and down. Lefty's drive wasn't that bad either, but at the end of the day, on hole 9 blue at Greystone, hole 6 here in week 2, you got to have at least 1 great shot to get that par.
It's just got to be a little better.
It's just got to be a little bit better. All right, game 2 here at Greystone Woods. Hole 7, par 4, 534 feet. We're actually coming off the blue tee, so it's a little bit further back. Very difficult, challenging tunnel shot par 4. Every shot needs to be clean on the fairway in order to get a look at your birdie 3. Probably one of the more challenging holes that we're going to see here today. Most players are going to probably go with a flip-up backhand or a turnover sidearm off of this gap. Tundra has been leaning on Shane quite a bit so far, Scott.
Yeah, Shane's a great player, but you can't put too much pressure on the guy. That looks like a wallop.
Yeah, so the fairway kind of shapes up a bit left. We still don't have catch for another couple holes, unfortunately. But I think that was in a pretty good spot. Heard him say it was a little right. He might have fell back on the fairway a bit. Or over the fairway, rather, towards the right. Tough early kick from Tim there. I would say this hole actually shapes really well for his flip-up backhand, but he just wasn't able to hit the gap there.
Practice swing Gabur. That was a good snap. You even heard it coming out of his hands.
Wow. Full flight from number 17. At a clutch moment too, Scott. I really don't want to see the Galaxy fall behind. They're definitely feeling demoralized after almost squeaking out their first win of the season. And I think it's got to be weighing on Lefty's shoulders, knowing that with Brzezicki there, they certainly would have been able to find at least 1 more stroke.
Yeah, you wonder where their leadership comes in. You know everybody's feeling down after letting a win slip away with 1 stroke on the final hole of round 1. Wow. You know, is Lefty in everybody's ear keeping the positivity?
The way you just said that was so poetic. I really appreciate it. But hey, Galaxy did get a tie. First tie of the season. That's still something to look forward to. Anything to knock Travis down a peg. We don't want him feeling too good. Tim stepping in, giving a little coaching to Lefty, talking about some of that leadership required to get a W here.
Tighter line to the left, but it's definitely more conducive to a lefty.
Okay, I'll do it straight.
Going back door here, Scott.
Couple Nate Sexton flips.
Like that?
Oh, yeah.
You like that?
Oh, yeah. That should save the par 4 for the Galaxy.
Nice. Shane straddled out around the tree. We've seen him up and down on the putting green today. Let's see if he can nail this one home.
Tundra relying on him again.
Cash.
Great hit. And again, another clutch putt from Shane to get the lead here on hole 7 in game 2. Hole 8, par 3, 278 feet. Another really narrow, tight tunnel shot. This one finishes up a little bit left to right, but the downhill slope of this hill really does pick up as it goes further, so you can really find yourself in some danger if you hit an early tree here. Looks like Shane's going to be going with the sidearm turnover. Interesting choice on this hole, Scott.
Yeah, very weird choice. This is probably one of the holes at Greystone where you most need to throw the righty forehand. Interesting to see a guy who's a lefty not take the backhand route. But,
yeah, I'm surprised by that.
We'll see where he ends up. It's about the same type of line from the blue tee, just a couple feet back, just far back enough to make you think twice about what you're going to take.
Yeah, like you were alluding to, going with the righty backhand, it's so dangerous on that turnover. If you hit a tree, you're going to go so far down that hill. And there is a bit of a swamp down there, too. Just not a situation you want to find yourself in.
Yeah, it's the kind of swamp where one misstep and you're up to your ankles.
Yeah. Travis, number 5 for the Tundra. Probably just going to try to get this one up and down, even though they're playing scramble here. He's already got a lead. Yeah, looks like a real nice conservative bid there. Gets himself under the basket. Should be an easy 3. See what lefty can do from range.
Cash. Got him.
Nice hit from lefty. His putting's been looking strong. Just started playing disc golf not long ago.
In general, lefty. I mean, how many times have we seen lefty today? A number. Yeah. He didn't even play for the first few holes. Thank you very much. Big performance from lefty, at least throwing discs. We wonder whether the leadership is catching up here, but he's showing up with the discs.
Hole 9, par 4, 455 feet. Really fun, big hyzer shot here, but there is a massively low canopy. The trees are kind of leaning into the fairway, creates a lot of danger, and the danger continues towards the green here. You see a lot of big rocks that can kind of bounce. The disc can kind of bounce off, go into the river there. So just a really tough hole all around.
You got an eye on this? You like that?
I love that.
Let me get like a look down at the tee box.
The lines are great, and
see all this movement?
The pads aren't.
You see all this movement in this tee box?
Oh, Travis is making fun of how ironic is that?
Mainly because we don't have
Travis
papers,
critiquing the pads here at Gray.
We don't have the luxury. Or tees at all.
Travis always trying to start rivalries, I'm telling you.
Ortiz.
David Ortiz.
You got the pavers, just not the tees.
Yeah, the papers are sitting there right next to the dirt tee boxes.
More like seats.
Yeah, this is what we need more of. More of the players having a good time. All right, Travis on the tee. This one could be a score separator, Scott. I think we've seen some separation on this hole before. Not a very easy 4, even with the extra players in your team.
Yeah, you need at least one really good shot or 2 pretty solid shots back to back.
Should have been stabler.
The drive turns into a dog leg eventually. Oh, what's up, Mike Siciliano? There we go.
Mike
Chris DeMarco.
Thank you for the shout out, Mike. Yeah, wasn't able to attend today, so I appreciate that from Mike.
Let's go. Wow.
A little bit turned over there on the sidearm. I think that one keeps going. That's a little bit of a celeb shot. We had to give him a little bonus shot there. They're taking Travis's, but a great bonus shot from Mike nonetheless. And it looks like the Galaxy are going to be taking Tim's. Again, all players on the team are throwing from every lie. So Lefty's taking the shot as well, but if we're showing Tim's, it was the better of the group. Rides that one a bit wide right, Scott, but I think that one came back to the fairway.
All right, looks like we actually kicked off to the right a little bit here. From somebody who threw this hole about 100 times forehand, I know exactly what this jail looks like, and it is tight.
Are you going backhand nowadays?
Certainly going backhand. I always advise everybody to go something a little more overstable than you think, because unless you're Kyle O'Brien, you shouldn't be throwing a forehand on this hole.
Yeah, Kyle can do weird things.
He can do weird things. We can't explain it, nor should we try.
So I guess Travis's drive wasn't in as great of a spot as we thought either. Shane trying to go with some kind of Anheuser flex route here. Again, there's danger on the right side with the water, so that's a very risky shot. I think he controls it well. They probably have a long look at the 3. Again, apologies if we couldn't get the catch cam. I believe it's actually coming back on the next hole.
Came from pretty far out in circle 2.
My take
Water
is,
behind?
Yeah, I think lefty laid out, so I think he's going to try to run this one. Bit short.
Tim also laying up.
And Mike, that was clearly a layup from Siciliano. Great to see. What such a team player he is.
Here we go, Paul.
Yeah, we see Paul Belanche of the Rock City Royals, David Wang of the NJ Goldfinches. Everybody comes out to play for these days. A little bit of a family affair. All right, Scott. 3 holes in. Galaxy already off to a 1-stroke lead. The Tundra are off to a 1-stroke lead. I'm rooting for the Galaxy. It's just not happening. What are you thinking out there?
I'm thinking guys need to step up. Plays need to be had. We haven't seen a whole lot of birdies out here. We just need to get the shot quality up just a little bit better.
Yeah, I think that there's just not enough pressure right now. I think the Tundra kind of know, playing against only 2 guys, that they kind of have it easy. All right, hole 4, par 3, 244 feet, 10th hole of the day. Left to right shot. Most guys are going with a backhand turnover. Really not too much danger you can get in the latter half of this flight. You really just kind of want to try to get a nice little turnover that drifts to the right. If you see those 2 leaning trees dead center, you're trying to get it a little bit to the right of that one on the right side. And that's a beautiful line from Travis there.
So dry to be dry.
Tim stepping up.
Oof. Local route.
Curious to see what happens.
legal
I
definition,
feel
that
sorry
is, in
for
fact,
Tim. I mean, he
dry.
comes out here trying to just play some disc golf. He's been putting work in on camera crew all year.
Yeah, you want to talk about pressure. Tim's got more pressure on himself than ever. You know, first day out here, and he's only got lefty to rely on.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure for Tim. This is actually probably, I think, it's his second time playing on camera. We saw him at the Summer Jamboree. He did a really good job in the triples format, but I think it's just for Tim. He needs that third teammate. Not a bad run from range there. A little bit inside circle 2 from Tim.
Show your place over.
A little bit too short, just not committed enough.
Representing Mike, we love to see it.
Yeah, Mike Siciano with his Spring Invitational 2019 marker.
Almost too casual of a putt.
Yeah.
Yeah, focus on the mini, Mike, not that putt.
And I think he was getting some grief from David there about his placement. Galaxy taking a bogey. We've now got 3 strokes of separation. With the scramble format, I think it's safe to say that the Tundra are going to take this one. Beautifully long hole here at Greystone Woods. Hole 11, par 4, 550 feet. Really nice island-like finish. There's only OB on the left-hand side, but there's trouble on the right with the hill and the trees. First shot is one where you can really go big. Shane's going lefty backhand.
Ooh, I'm jealous for what a lefty can do here. He can probably hang it out a good amount over to the left. That's where the biggest amount of danger is. Turn it over nice with something with a little stability. Let's see what we can do here.
I'd love to see them just keep putting the pedal to the metal, so to speak. I'd love to see them get the 3 here.
All right, looks like he saws it off a little bit. Was probably a little too worried about going out of bounds left.
Yeah.
I've lost a couple of discs down there myself.
Again, Scott, a lot of pressure on Tim. He's not known for his distance. He can get a good full flight out of the disc, but...
Yeah, I will say you definitely don't need a ton of distance to get the birdie here, but the more distance you chop off, the less you have to do in this second shot. I mean, are we seeing Tim go backdoor here?
Scott.
What water?
Are we ever?
Is it sneaking in? Oh my goodness!
Oh my!
Tim Gabur almost murders the catch cam, a position he usually holds.
Yeah, is Tim a little bit angry? Maybe he's like, I want catch back. I'm done with playing. Really, really nice shot at a super clutch time from Tim
that
Gabur.
one back. Tim Gabur.
Look at this. So much trust, Scott. Not only did he go water, but he kept that low.
That was low. I thought the catch cam guy was going to catch one.
Yeah.
One more time.
Look at this line he takes.
Who knew Tim had this forehand?
Yeah, this is crazy.
I'm so impressed. I'm going to start a cleaners.
Really, really nice shot from Tim.
Holy shit.
So they'll have a look at the birdie 3 here. If we can see a little bit of a meltdown from the Tundra, maybe they'll be within 1 stroke going into the last hole.
Nope.
Mike going sidearm. Looks like that turned over a little bit too much.
Felt good though.
I believe Travis's shot here went in the water. So definitely added pressure. Shane going sidearm turnover. Kind of a cutoff angle, Scott. I'm sure you've been over here before. It's not too bad.
Far too often.
I think you've been over there off your tee shot before. No?
Certainly from the white tees. Probably been there once or twice from the blue tees as well.
Crazy
It's a
shot.
feast or famine drive.
I think that was going OB from Shane there. Couldn't really get a look at it. So this is a chance for the Galaxy to gain back a stroke.
Here we go, Tim.
Ties do matter, so I know they want to hit this. And just the pride as well. Come on, Tim.
Come on, Tim.
Oh, my.
You just hate to see it. The guy goes over the water, gets a triple playback, chains out pro side.
Yeah, a little bit low, a little bit wide, but Scott, that looked like it should have stuck.
Oh yeah. That one looks like it sticks more times than not, but hey, it is what it is.
Hole 12, par 4, 615 feet. Really not too much danger on this shot. I mean, that left side does have the shul the whole way down, but even if you find yourself over there, you can get off a nice standstill.
Shul.
This is one. Shout out Dan Schifrin on the shul. Or was that you? I don't know. You guys are both just coming up with crazy terms.
I found another word, but I forget what it is right now.
All right, let's see if Shane can bomb one. Scott, again, a little. Are you jealous that he can go lefty here? I think the lefty lines up nice for this.
Certainly remember having to play against Shane a couple times on this hole and seeing what a lefty can do on 18, whether we're talking whites or blues. Another hole where the distance helps. You certainly don't need to get all the way down there, but the further you get down there, the less likely you're throwing a Firebird in your upshot, the more likely you're throwing, a zone or a heart.
Very true. Very true. And we do see people par and bogey hole 18 white often. So that just shows how hard it can be to hit a nice, clean, open upshot after you've been playing in the woods all day.
Well, I think a lot of the bogeys you see are from guys who are trying to really get down there, don't quite have the distance, try to bite off a little too much, end up either in the trees to the right, a la Mike Siciliano right here. He's definitely walking out with a couple prickers in him.
Yeah. Mike kind of coming in clutch. We didn't see him too much in the early part of the day, but I think with how rare he plays disc golf, Scott, just getting him a chance to kind of warm up out there throughout the day, already seeing an improvement from him.
At the end of the day, Mike Siciliano's a gamer. You put him in a competitive scenario, he knows how to throw a disc. He's done it a lot of times in the past.
I mean, look at his outfit. He came prepared. He had those medals on. He had the pants. Tim for the throw-in. Bit high. Again, just tough breaks for Tim all day. Now, we've seen Shane come close from this distance. I wouldn't be too surprised if he cans this.
Yeah.
Again, a bit high. Yeah, at least you see him getting him up. So coming down to the latter half, coming down to the very end of this match, we're going to see the Tundra get away with a win here. Scott, I know it's only week 2. We've got another week of the regular season left, but it's feeling like a little bit of a 3-dog race at this point between the Royals, the Goldfinches, and the Tundra. What are your thoughts?
You just wonder what the Galaxy could have done with another gentleman out there. It's tough playing versus 3 gentlemen when you're only 2 gentlemen. You saw those guys keep it together. Tim and Lefty both kept their composure. They're upstanding individuals in that sense. But it's just tough to compete without a third guy picking up the slack.
We didn't even mention Josh Rollins being one of the better players in the league. One of the better tier 1s without a doubt. I mean, if he were there, what could have happened?
If he were.
If he were.
He's a guy who really showed up week 1. Lefty and him were playing our team, the Rock City Royals. Go Royals. He had a great week, really trying to carry the load. Certainly wasn't enough, but you just want to see something better from the Galaxy. Hopefully in week 3 we can see them turn the tides, really try to correct their season. At this point, they may already be out of the playoff picture. It's tough to say for sure, but it's not looking great.
I think they have a really narrow road to make it to the finals. At the end of the day, it's going to be you guys versus the Tundra up next. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment down below if you enjoyed the video. Scott, any final words?
I want more disc golf.
I love that. And folks, also, we're going to be announcing the VFSN and VFDGA schedule for 2022. We have at least 5 sanctioned PDGA events this year, a couple event series we're going to do, some non-sanctioned tournaments. Really looking to get as many people involved as we can. See you next week.